Good evening, my brothers and sisters, and welcome to another episode of A Word with Pastor Webb. I'm your host, Pastor Webb, and we have a very special guest this evening, Miss Zelda Abram, the CFO of Mid-Florida Credit Union. Please help me to salute and celebrate my friend and sister. How you doing, my sister?
I am well. Thank you so much for having me.
Welcome to the
Happy
show.
To be here.
How was the drive? How was the drive?
You know, the drive was nice. I didn't have to drive. I just got to ride.
Had a chauffeur.
I had a chauffeur, yes.
Are you paying him or her money?
I have a tab.
Well, we're not going to prolong the time. What's your story? How did you grow up?
Okay. Well, I am from St. Croix. That's part of the U.S. Virgin Islands.
Okay.
I am the fourth of 6 children born to my mom and dad, Robert and Blandina Wilson.
Okay.
And 5 of us were born on the island of St. Croix.
Okay.
And my older brother was born in St. Lucia.
Okay.
So my parents are originally from St. Lucia.
Okay.
St. Lucia is one of the furthest islands in the towards the east, right before Barbados.
Okay. Okay.
And so they were born and raised there.
Okay.
After St. Lucia, they moved to St. Croix, and that's where the rest of us.
Okay. So
were
Virgin
born.
Islands. How was the food over there?
Oh, really good, really good.
It's a big difference.
It is a big difference,
Okay.
and so, you know, culturally, although we're American and grew up in Florida, you know, definitely have the Caribbean vibe and feel at home.
So, what's your favorite food over there?
So there's like a meal that we make for breakfast. It's called bakes, so saltfish and bakes.
Okay.
And cocoa tea, where you actually take the block of cocoa and you grate it and boil it and make a hot tea out of it.
Okay.
So,
all right.
yeah.
Okay. Okay.
It's a good breakfast food.
All right. Perfect. Next question. Give me 3 words that best describe who you are and why.
Who I am and why. I would say I'm determined.
Okay.
I'm determined. Anything that I feel like I want to accomplish or do, I'm going to go after it.
Okay.
And just keep pushing through. Determined, I would say, is one word. The other one is loyal.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
If you're one of my people, you know.
If you're one of my people.
If you're one of our people, if you're a family, you
Okay.
know, if you've impacted me positively in life, I'm loyal.
Okay.
And, you know, just going to be there for you.
Okay.
And, you know, just be your number one cheerleader.
Okay.
The other one, I'd probably say I love hard.
Okay. Love hard.
I love hard. You know, I put my all into everything, and you know, I take care of you.
Okay.
And yeah, I think those are the 3 that.
So when you say love hard, you're not talking like on like the Lifetime movies.
No, no. It's a good love hard.
It's a good love.
It's a good love
Okay.
hard. I'll take good care of you. It's not anything evil or anything like that.
All right. All right. What are some of your hobbies? What do you like to do for fun?
For fun, so I guess fun is all in the interpretation of it. So I'm going to tell you a little story. So actually in middle school and high school, I ran track.
Oh.
Yeah, I did. Nobody couldn't tell me I wasn't going to be FloJo, had the nails and everything, loved to run.
What, the 100, 200?
I did the 220.
220.
Because back then it wasn't the 200,
that's right.
it was the 220.
Okay.
So that was my event.
Okay.
And then I was the 3rd leg of the 4x100
Wow.
relay, yeah.
Okay.
I did really good at McKeel. I went to Seth McKeel Junior High
Okay.
in 7th grade and 9th grade.
Okay.
Got to high school and
Different ball game.
Different ball game, different
Okay,
ball game.
okay.
But I like to run.
Okay.
So, you know, had kids and all of that. And when my daughter was a freshman in high school,
Okay.
she took PE online
Uh-oh.
and she had to run a mile. So she's like, oh, I don't know if I could run a mile, do it with me or whatever. So started training with her.
Okay. Okay.
Retrained to run a mile.
Okay,
And
okay.
I was chatting with one of my friends at work, and she's like, you know, you guys should do 5Ks. So we started training to do 5Ks.
Running 5K.
Running 5K, so
Wow.
3 miles. I'm like, okay, this is fun. So she did the first couple with me. So first of all, she got her mile, she got her A in PE.
Okay.
And then we started signing up for 5Ks. And just loved it,
Okay.
real passionate about it. And we did that all through high school. When she went away to college, she told me, oh, Mommy, I'm going to come back and we'll keep running 5Ks together. That never happened. But the passion for it stuck with me.
Okay.
So I've done over 55Ks, a ton of half marathons, a full marathon. So that's what I like to do for fun. The other thing I like to do for fun,
Okay.
but I'm going to give this to you first, and then we could talk about that.
Okay.
All right.
Got a
Here we
gift?
go. Yes.
Okay. Do I open it up?
You can open it up. I hope it's sized right, but if not, that's okay.
Okay.
So this is a cycling jersey.
All right.
Okay. So the other thing I love to do is road bike. I have a
Okay.
road bike, and I love to ride, and I love to put my miles in. Almost
Okay.
rode here, but
Okay.
I had a driver, so I decided, okay, I don't have to
So
ride
you're
my bike
cycling.
here.
Oh, okay, okay. Cycling a lot.
I love to cycle.
So this is for me?
That's for you.
So you trying to throw a hint?
It's a very strong hint. There are not a lot of us represented in Polk County that like to cycle.
We don't do that.
We don't do that.
Yeah.
So now you have the jersey. We need you to
Okay.
come on out
And ride.
and ride.
Okay. How far have you ridden?
So during the week, I do two rides, Tuesday and Thursday. That's about 20 miles, and then we probably do about 40, 50 miles on the weekend. But I've completed 2 century rides, so that's 100 miles. I've done that twice, and
Wow.
I'm training for a century ride Labor Day weekend this year.
So do you ride to work?
I don't ride to work. I
Okay.
don't ride to work, but that's a good idea, though.
Yeah, okay.
You know, I live North Lakeland, so if there was a safe way, I guess, to ride up 98, I might consider it.
But if you're going fast, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
All right. But thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome.
Okay.
You're welcome.
Next question. You are the CFO for Mid-Florida. How did you land that job?
How did I land that job?
How did you land it? Yeah.
In my senior year at Florida Southern College,
Okay.
I saw an advertisement on the board in the business department
Okay.
for a paid internship. You know, like
Paid,
I
yeah.
like dollars. I like to pay attention to all of
Right,
that,
right.
and they were paying or offering to pay $8 an hour.
Wow.
So that was that was more than double what I was making. So I'm like, okay, this is interesting. So I applied for that internship
Okay.
position,
Okay.
and there were a couple of us in my accounting classes that applied, and so I got the job.
Okay.
And so I worked there during my senior year, just getting to know a little bit about the credit union.
Okay.
When I graduated in the following May, they offered me a full-time position, so I came on as a staff accountant.
Okay.
And just learned all the ropes. And it's interesting because when you're working on your accounting degree, you
Right.
can either go into public accounting or private accounting. I already had my daughter at the time, so I really wasn't wanting to do the public accounting route.
Okay.
So just took the opportunity that was handed to me, at Mid-Florida. And then the department manager retired.
Okay.
Other than the controller, I was the only one that had an accounting degree in the department.
Wow.
Yeah. So they offered me the opportunity to be the department manager and just kind of went from there. So worked my way up from department manager to controller and worked my way up the ladder. At one point, the person that was the controller ahead of me,
Right.
I just kind of assumed his path would be the CFO role. So I talked to his manager and I said, I still want to be relevant in the credit union. I still want to have opportunities to move up. So for about 5 years, I worked in the mortgage lending department and kind of learned that side of things. So if I wanted to be promoted through that route. And then about 8 years ago, the CFO position opened up. The gentleman that was the CFO called me and said, hey, stop by my office when you have a moment. I wanted to talk to you about something. I wasn't sure what the conversation was because I send him different reports and all of that. I figured maybe he wanted to talk about a project, and they offered me the CFO role.
So did he leave?
No, he is still with the credit union.
Okay.
He was starting to implement the succession plan.
Oh, so you were the one chosen.
Yeah.
Golden child.
Yes, to be CFO.
Wow.
And he's now CEO, president of the credit union, because our long-term CEO just retired.
Right. Okay. Okay. So how did you feel when folks call you CFO, Chief Financial Officer? Did you raise up?
Yeah,
it makes you feel good.
It feels good.
The power. She got power.
It feels good,
Yeah.
and it's hard work, and for people to recognize that, it does feel good.
Yeah.
To be acknowledged.
Okay. All right. Your major was accounting in college. Why did you go that route?
Why did I go to the accounting route?
Right.
When I was in high school, so when I got to my senior year, I only really needed my last English class. So I took those few credits that I needed, and I took different classes. I took accounting, anatomy, trying to figure out exactly what I wanted to do. And the accounting class I took in high school, I really enjoyed it.
Oh, okay.
And we actually did a whole simulation where you were running the company, doing all the books, doing all the financial statements, and that really piqued my curiosity. So I said, you know what, I think I want to major in accounting and pursue this.
Okay. So what is the most challenging part of your job?
Most challenging part? I love a challenge.
Okay.
So I will say I enjoy the different projects and everything that I have the opportunity to participate in. So I don't know, maybe the most challenging part is kind of having patience with the pace of projects. We're real go-getters at the credit union, so we like to just do things quickly and get them done. So maybe just being patient and allowing projects to flow through and for things to happen.
So do you feel yourself ever been challenged when you make a decision at your level? And you're female, do you feel like you get challenged?
Challenged on the decision?
Yes.
I mean, I think I've run into situations where my decision may not have been the one that they wanted to follow, but things worked out. I will say at the credit union we do a lot of team-based management, so by the time something comes down, everybody's on board, or to be on board.
Okay. Now, what's the favorite part of your job?
Oh, the numbers.
Analyzing,
looking at big picture, just knowing what we can accomplish and what it takes to get there.
Okay. Well, who has been your biggest supporter growing up in your career? Who has been?
So a couple routes. So in my career, I went to Kathleen High School, and at the time there was
Kathleen High School.
Kathleen High School, yes, Red Devils. Go Red Devils, right?
Yes.
So Mr. Don Williams was a guidance counselor there.
Yes, wow.
And it just kind of came full circle. He wasn't my guidance counselor, but he is on the board of the credit union. So I remember seeing him at Kathleen and, telling everybody, get to class. He didn't have to tell me that because I was always on the way to class. But when I started working at the credit union and I got to the senior vice president level, I was able to interact more with the board. And he has always been a real positive force in my career at the credit union, always been very encouraging and just, making sure that I know that I have somebody that's supportive. So for my career, I would say he's been very supportive. Awesome. My parents.
Yes.
I've never heard them say there's nothing that I couldn't accomplish. So anything we need or want or whatever, they've always been there.
Now, Don, back in the day, we probably still do dress on the man.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Oh yes.
From the shoes to the hat and holding.
To the hat. He is the full package.
Full package.
Every board meeting, yes.
You bring the hat too?
Oh yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
That completes the outfit.
Yes.
And the bow tie.
And the bow tie.
Clean,
brother, clean.
Very clean.
Okay, what advice would you give to a young lady who wants to go into your profession?
Well, I think you kind of know if you are a person that likes to pay attention to detail and kind of analyze and all of that. I would say to ask questions. Figure out exactly if this is what you want to do and go for it. Don't let anything hold you back. If you're asking specifically about what route to take, an accounting degree or finance degree is the way to go and to be successful in this field.
Okay. So what are some of the misconceptions of your profession?
Of accounting, that you have to love math, like really, really love math.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to be analytical. You have to understand. My bachelor's degree is in accounting and finance, so the finance aspect of it, they required you to take like an applied calculus. But once you do that, you're good. You don't have to know all the super fancy
So do you have to be smart, a nerd? Were you a nerd?
Are you calling me a nerd?
No, I'm just... No, I'm not saying nerd.
I'm okay with that. I consider myself a nerd.
A nerd. Okay.
I like to dig in. I like to know the details. I mentioned I'm determined.
Right.
So I'm just going to go after it and just pay attention to the details. So if you define that
as being a nerd.
nerdy, then yeah, I own it. I'm good with that.
Okay. Well, let's talk about diversity. How has Mid-Florida addressed diversity?
I will say that our board and senior management are 100% committed to having a diverse workforce. We have a diversity committee that we formed. We meet on a regular basis to ensure that we are crossing all the T's and dotting all the I's. We want our branches and our employees to reflect the community that we serve. Most recently here, we started working directly with the HBCUs in the state.
Okay.
So FAMU has been a good source because they have a school of business.
Right.
So we specifically recruit at those schools, and we want to bring those students into our associate manager program. The theory there is the associate manager program is going to be the next level that will move up to chief levels in about 15, 20 years.
So they get into the program after they graduate?
After they graduate from college.
From college, okay.
After they graduate from college, we want them to have a degree in a business field.
Okay.
And they come into the credit union and they pick a specific track. So we've got a retail track, a mortgage lending track, a finance track, if they have an accounting degree.
Right.
And so they work specifically in that area, but they also rotate with all of the other departments. So they get a good feel of the credit union. After they get done with the program, then we find a permanent spot for them.
Okay, my daughter just finished first year. She has one more year. She's a business major, and she's actually going to go to FAMU.
Oh, good.
So business. So
accounting.
we'll be calling you guys. Yes.
Yeah. You think she wants to do accounting? I encourage everybody to get an accounting degree.
Well, I'm a accounting major as well, but don't cut me out.
Are you really?
MBA, but I hated it.
What?
Yes.
Why did you hate it?
I'm a social butterfly.
Okay.
I got to be moving and grooving. Yeah.
You got to be moving and grooving. I get it. You know.
I can't. Yeah.
I get it. I'll socialize, but if you give me a desk and a pencil.
See, that's not me. I'm all over the place.
I'm comfortable with that.
I'm all over the place. Yes.
Yeah.
So you graduated from Florida Southern College. Why Florida Southern?
Why Florida Southern? So my mom worked at Florida Southern College. And one of the perks is that your family member and your children can attend for free.
Right.
So Florida Southern kind of picked me, but you still have to take the SAT, you still have to score, you still have to be accepted and all of that.
Right.
And we weren't super rich growing up, so I just always thought this was a good opportunity, not to put the additional burden. on the
And
family.
Florida Southern is very expensive.
It is.
Yes, yeah. So
so
you went scotch-free.
Yes.
Boy, that's a blessing.
Well, had to buy books.
Okay.
And so that's just a small drop in the bucket for.
I know.
For the.
Did you stay on campus?
I did not stay on campus. I commuted.
Okay, which is good. Okay.
Yeah.
Did you pledge a sorority in college? Why or why not?
I did not pledge a sorority in college. So Florida Southern College, they're getting there, but they're not a very diverse school. And there were not any D9 organizations represented on campus, so I did not pledge a sorority.
In college.
But now
now.
I have had the opportunity and privilege, and I am part of the best sorority, Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated.
All right, you want to give a shout out to you?
I do.
I love it. Okay, if you had one wish, what would that be? One wish.
Can I give you that answer in categories?
Yes, you can. Go ahead.
So let's see. If I was enjoying my hobbies, the running and the cycling, I wish I could be FloJo so I could be a lot faster.
Okay.
I wish I could complete a century in under 4 hours.
Wow.
When it comes to life, and I don't want to sound cliche, but it would be really nice if people that look like me, people that look like you, could just be appreciated and respected for who they are as people.
I like that.
Yeah.
What is the one thing that some may know about you, others may not know? The one thing.
The one thing. Oh, I don't know. One thing. I got fired from a job.
You got fired? Uh-oh. Let's talk about this. I like this. And this is good stuff now. You got
It's not all that good.
You're fired from a job.
I did. It was back in high school. I worked ever since I was 16, and
Okay.
I was at Checkers. I actually quit Taco Bell
Taco Bell.
to go to Checkers for an extra quarter.
Taco Bell 98 North?
98 North.
That's where I worked.
That's where you worked?
Yes,
Okay.
Yeah. Back in the day, yes.
Back in the day, yeah.
Yes. So you left Taco Bell?
I left Taco Bell making $4.25 an hour.
Big money.
Big money. Checkers was giving you that extra quarter. I'm like, okay,
Yes.
gotta do Checkers.
Yes.
The manager, she wasn't nice.
She wasn't nice.
She wasn't nice.
Yeah,
She
so.
would just try our nerves every day.
And you spoke your piece.
I spoke my piece and I threw a soda.
Okay. Okay.
And they told me I was fired. I said that was fine because
Fine.
I wasn't going to be here forever. Then I went back to Taco Bell for $4.75. So it all worked
Oh,
back.
worked out for
It
you.
all worked out
Oh
in my
my
favor.
God. Oh my God. Okay, I love it.
All worked out in my favor.
Next question. What are some of the early mistakes you made in life you had to overcome? Was it that one?
I don't know if that was a mistake. I think if I had to do it again, I may
again.
still throw the soda.
Oh
I don't
my
know.
gosh.
I don't know.
Wow, wow.
But probably being patient.
Being patient.
Yeah,
Okay,
being
okay,
patient. Maybe letting the process happen. Maybe not take myself so seriously.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
So what is your biggest loss or biggest fear?
Biggest fear? Probably losing somebody that means a lot.
Okay.
It's interesting because as you grow up, your parents are such a strong part of your life. And
Yes.
I still have both of my parents here, and I'm grateful for that.
Right.
But, as you transition and you get older and all of that, and you see how much of an impact they've had on me, how
Right.
much of an impact.
Right.
My grandkids like my parents, and they like them more than they like me. But when you see all that and you realize how much they've come to me, losing somebody close, I think is something that I worry about.
Worry about. Okay,
Yeah.
okay, okay. What are you most proud of?
Most proud of. Can I do this one in categories?
Take
too?
your time.
Okay, do this one in categories. So I love my hobbies. Just most proud of just being determined. I ran a full marathon, so I thought that was pretty cool. I did a century ride. I thought it was pretty cool. My kids are adults now.
Okay.
Entering adulthood, and I feel really proud to have been part of that journey, to see them become productive members of society. So I'm very proud of that.
So like you have a daughter who's a doctor now.
I have a daughter that's a doctor now.
Wow.
Yes. Her first official day was July 1st.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
she's up in Atlanta.
Wow. Okay. That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yes,
Yeah,
very
yeah.
proud.
Yeah, okay. Proud mom. Okay. Okay. How has if you could trade places with one person, who would that be?
I could trade places with one person.
Besides Michelle Obama, give me somebody else.
FloJo?
Oh, okay, FloJo.
FloJo?
Why FloJo? Because
She was fast.
Fast
She
and
was fast. Very accomplished. Disciplined.
but not only fast, but she had a presence. Yeah,
Yes,
she
she
was.
did.
Yeah, she was. The fingernails, the hair, the glamour, the outfit.
Yeah.
Yeah, FloJo. Yeah. So
Yeah.
FloJo.
I think so.
Okay.
I think so. We have a lot of people that have gone before us that have
Paved the way.
accomplished
Right.
so many things.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. How has God played a role in your success?
A very big role.
Okay.
So my parents instilled a very good foundation with God from an early age.
Okay.
And I think their strong faith, their strong belief really got us on the right track. I truly can say that I don't think me or any of my siblings would be a success if it wasn't because of that firm foundation in God.
That's awesome. That is awesome. That is awesome. Two more questions. In closing words, any closing words you'd like to leave with our listening audience? Any closing words?
I feel being...
And got to be deep. Be deep. Got to be deep. Be deep.
Pressure. Speaking to the young ladies that look like me.
Okay.
I feel like there's a lot of pressure on us. We have to always try a little harder,
Right.
and that's okay. I want to say it's okay to be vulnerable.
Okay.
But when you accomplish that goal
Right.
and when you're successful, don't excuse it away.
Amen.
Don't excuse it away. Be proud of it.
Amen.
Be proud of the fact that you're not the exception, you're the rule.
Amen.
So don't let anybody take that away from you.
I love it. A little final question. What's the best talk show in the land?
The the best talk show in the land, I will say it is A Word with Pastor Webb.
God bless you, sister. Appreciate you. Until next time, may God bless you real good.